Scalping or scalping trading. This technique may sound daunting, but is it as tough as it seems to be? Anyone who has delved deep to know stock market techniques must have heard of this. This day trading technique is notoriously known for helping traders earn huge amounts of money as well. In today's video, we are going to talk to a professional trader, or I must say a scalper, to know more on this. I'm Neha Vashisht from ET Markets. Let's begin. A very warm welcome to ET Markets, Siva. First things first, can you brief us about what exactly is scalping or scalping trading?
Good afternoon, Neha. First of all, what is scalping? It's one of the trading methodologies which normally intraday traders would do it. So a normal trader who trades in the market, they take the position and then hold it for some time. Whereas when it comes to scalping, they normally tend to hold it for a shorter duration. But they will try to take more entries during intraday. Rather than taking one or two trades, they might take 5-10 trades. As and when the opportunity arises, they go and take a trade and they exit the position also in a shorter time frame. That is called as scalping. So as a scalper, your trade should never cross beyond like in 10-15 minutes. Then once it crosses, then you become like a positional player.
What is the basic strategy of this technique?
There are different techniques, different people do it. Like in, say, for example, some do it in option buying, some do it in selling, some do it in hedging positions. But when I say, as an option buyer, I'm an option buyer. So what my primary criteria is, look for any breakout trades which is happening or any support and resistance level wherein I can go in and get into the entry, make some entries and then exit. So as a scalper, you should be aware about what are the levels at which you wanted to play, whether it is really a breakout trade or whether it is a support trade. Based on that, you can increase or decrease your quantities and then make a quick entry and exit.
Can you give us an example of scalping?
So if you wanted, what I can do is I can just do a live scalping trade, which will help the traders to understand how a scalping will be done. So what I will do is I'll just choose Bank Nifty, which is like in the current index, which is getting traded. So these are the trades which I've done in the morning. But to showcase how a live trade to be done, what I've done is I'm just choosing number of lots which I wanted to buy it at one go. I'm just going to be buying 2 lots. So the current, I'm going to be focusing on 41,100 call, which is currently trading at 335. So what I will do is I'll just quickly do a buy. So if you look at my position, it is automatically getting increased there. I've started buying it from around 330 odd levels. So if you look at my trade book, it will be showing you that whatever the prices at which we bought it, these are the ones which we have bought it from 337 to 333. So my, in a stop loss, I have initially placed it around 286. As a trader, when you're getting into a trade, you should be ready to know when to enter, when to exit, and also you should be playing with a stop loss. So if you look at it, all the trades which we have taken so far, we have taken it around 1428, that is 228, and our average is somewhere around 332 to 335. So what I will normally do is, once it is crossing above my average, so somewhere around 333, 334, I quickly trail it from that level and then exit the position. As we are talking, I bought around 750 quantities of 41,100 call. So my average is somewhere around 333 odd levels. I'm just looking for an opportunity wherein it can quickly move higher so that I can exit my position as well. So as it is moving higher, what I can do is I can exit part of my positions which I would have bought it at the lower level. So I have an option here wherein I will be trying to exit it here. Say for example, still it is hovering around this territory. When the market is in a range bound play, you may not be able to get the actual move. So if you look at the market charts as well, I'll just show you the charts. So currently it is just hovering around the support territory. This is exactly the area wherein we would try to enter. This is the area I use in basic indicators like the PSR, super trend, and then the VWAP. So these are the two areas wherein I will be taking a maximum support rate. One is the super trend, another one is the VWAP. So once it reaches here, we will try to take more positions. So if you remember, we took it at 330 odd levels. Now it is at 320. So what I can do is I can average my positions here as long as my support levels are not getting broken. This is exactly the area wherein we needed to be taking an aggressive positioning as long as the levels are not getting breached. So once now, if you look at it, our M2M was somewhere around 110 it is again same at the level 111. Now we are getting into the profit zone. So now I needed to be a little more careful. Once I'm in profit, I just needed to quickly exit some of the positions which I would have got it at the lower level. So what I can quickly do is, I would have bought some at 320 and 321. We can exit those quantities at 329. So if you go and look at the order book, so whatever the positions which as a scalper which I would have got it at 324, 325, I'm trying to exit at 329, a 5 rupee profit there. Next, again I will be looking for 332, 333. So my overall M2M before this session was around 110. Now once it is going above that 111, 112, we are already making around 1000 to 2000 rupee profit. So as it is going higher and higher, you have an option to trade it or you have an option to exit some of the position. So I'm just going to be exiting part of the position since it is a demo session. I'm just closing all my positions with a 2K profit. So this is how a normal scalper would get in, get out. So the time we entered is around 228. The time we exited at around 231. So this is something which as a trader, like, and if you are like comfortable in doing a scalping, you should be able to do it all day. So it's not going to be easy as people look at it.
My next question to you is scalping safe?
Scalping is safe as long as you're able to control your emotions and if you're able to play with the risk discipline, whatever the risk management which you needed to do it. The key things which as a scalper, which I like and made me successful is, once I decided what is going to be my profit, like in say for example a target at beginning of the day. If I come with a capital of around 5 lakh and if I'm targeting for 1%, and if I'm doing that 1%, I needed to shut my system and focus on something else. But many people think if you're a scalper, you needed to be doing it for the whole day. Not necessary. You just needed to know what is your target, which is for the day. Either it can be a profit or can be a loss. If you're achieving a profit of 5,000, book the profit, exit it. If you're like looking for a loss of 5,000, consider it is not your day, book your loss and then move on to another day. That is very critical to be a scalper. Don't try to fight with the market.
Definitely, and I would say that don't be greedy as well, as you mentioned earlier, that you should know how to exit and when to exit.
So when I showed you the chart, I was looking like and showing you the super trend and the VWAP. So if it is breaking the VWAP with the volume, I immediately close my positions, look for the next trade on the downside. So currently I was buying a call. So once it breaks and goes below, I will be ready to buy a put in case if it boosts with the volume on the downside.
Lastly, is scalping something beginners can explore too, or it needs an expert eye?
I would say as a scalper, like it would require some kind of an experience. Not every beginner will be able to do scalping as an like an initial. But scalping as such, you needed to know what is your personal attribute. Some will be like very patient with their holdings, and some are very suited for the equity play. Some are very suited for selling. Some are suited like not able to hold the positions beyond 3 minutes or 5 minutes or 15 minutes. That's how I got to know that Shiva, as like in a person, your personal attribute doesn't make you to hold your positions beyond 15 minutes. Then if you're not holding your winning position beyond 15 minutes, then you should not hold your losing position also beyond 15 minutes. Once I started understanding that, okay, that style suits me, then I started doing more of scalping since 2015-16. So it will take some years for a person to understand what style suits them. They just needed to understand that and then focus on that one.
Before we conclude this, just one more question, that are there any minute limits, like duration limits, or you can choose on your own? Like I have heard of 1 minute scalping, 3 minute scalping. So how does it work?
Okay, there are different ways people do it. There are like in high frequency trades which is being done by the algos, which will be hardly fraction of a second. So they just capture 50 points, say 1 rupee and so on. I do it at 3 minute time frame. 1 minute would be too fast for any newbies who are entering. As a scalper, you can choose either a 3 minute or a 5 minute time frame, which will be very suitable. And if someone who doesn't like volatility, they can try on Nifty on a 5 minute time frame. Someone who loves volatility like me, I love volatility because I wanted a quick jump of the prices and then so that I can enter and exit. I choose Bank Nifty on a 3 minute time frame.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Siva, for giving your insights on scalping. And I'm sure that this will spread a lot of knowledge and insights to the audience as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Nega. Looking forward.